other fonts on it too. I probably should check real quick, but
Yeah, I like it. It comes with a widget too, it looks like.
yeah, nice widget. And it's real snappy, opens up real quick. I've had other to-do lists where you got, I mean, they all open pretty up fairly quickly, but the other thing too is if you accidentally delete one of them and you can just hit the trash bin and it'll put it right back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you can
Nice.
edit it afterwards. I like it. I've been using it. Actually, I got it that night, and I've been using it a little bit here and there.
Wow, yeah, he looks like he did do a good job on this. I
Yeah,
like it.
it's
I like the way it looks.
yeah, it's sharp. I definitely like that look, and you can actually change. It looks like to at least 10 different fonts.
Yeah.
And there was an update. I think it was today actually, where there's a function now where if you shake it, you can tell it'll either close. I have it set to if it's open, I just shake my phone, it closes the app, or it will open up for a new um, task to do. There's different things you can do. It's pretty cool.
I would like to shake it and then have like an app. No, that wouldn't work. Forget it. He put more thought into it than I did in this.
It'll clean the page if you wanted to when you shake it.
Okay.
New task by voice or by text. I have it just to quit the app.
Right.
So I like it. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Cool. Awesome, Sean. Thanks for doing that. And, thank you. What's the developer's name? Tal, for letting us know about it. Cool.
Manana to-do list.
Yes. And over to Russ. Oops.
Okay. I'm sure this one must have been done on Android App Addicts, but my next one is the Opera Mini browser for Android. I think this is the best browser for Android, and I think Opera is an awesome browser on the desktop. Awesome.
Do you use that as your default browser?
I use it a lot. I have probably a strange workflow. I do all my personal stuff in Chrome, all my day job related stuff in Firefox, and then I do a lot of testing in Opera and SeaMonkey.
SeaMonkey.
SeaMonkey. Oh yeah, SeaMonkey is the old Netscape navigator. And what I like about this just kind of weird thing that I like about SeaMonkey is I think they called it Composer back in the HTML editor built into SeaMonkey. I like it better than Composer with a Z. So, but anyway, Opera Mini, if you haven't used it on Android, it's, I think, hands down the best browser.
We did not. We haven't talked about this. This looks great.
I love the thing I love the most is I don't know what they would call it. If you install it, it's the button to the right, and it shows you little thumbnails of all the pages you've been on, and you can super easy get back to pages you were at before, whether it's Facebook, Google, CNN, whatever. So it's definitely my default browser on Android.
I don't do this often, but I'm downloading it right now. It looks that good. I'm not super happy with my default stock browser. Is the stock browser in Android called Chrome? No, it's not, is it?
It's just browser, I think. But it is Chrome. It's Android Chrome, I guess.
Yeah.
I can't wait to try this. This looks great. We didn't talk about this one, did we, guys?
Never.
Yeah, we always talk about Dolphin.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'll just throw out there one quickie. This browser technically should be pretty much faster than any other browser you can put on your device for one little reason. Non-secure traffic, just normal browsing. It's actually, I believe, proxied through the Opera servers where they take the high-res images, I don't want to say downgrade them. They resize them for proper mobile viewing. So technically speaking, you're probably going to end up downloading like 60 to 80% less data when you browse to the same page through this browser.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm into it. This was a
Yeah, I'm
good
gonna try
find.
it.
Very fast.
Very cool.
Hey, on the topic of browsers, I'll mention this in the episode of the Techie Geek that's coming out. One of my customers turned me on to a browser called Pale Moon. It's only for Windows, but Pale Moon it's a rebranded Mozilla Firefox, but it's totally optimized for speed, and it is amazingly fast. It's basically Firefox called Pale Moon. Kind of like what Iceweasel did in Debian, where they removed the branding, but it's totally optimized. So for your Windows desktop, check out Pale Moon, the browser.
Oh, it's for a desktop. No kidding.
Well, yeah, it's for Windows only right now. But this customer, she does two things: QuickBooks and Mafia Wars. And QuickBooks is not the most important app. Mafia Wars. She is definitely addicted to Mafia Wars, and I don't really know anything about the game except she's got like several sessions running, and all her Mafia Wars buddies all swear by Pale Moon is the browser to use for Mafia Wars.
Wow. Never heard it. They could have picked
Yeah, I never did either. The Techie Geek, and I never heard of the Pale Moon.
Damn. They could have picked a better name. It doesn't exactly show speed and quickness.
No.
Is it faster than Chrome?
When she fired it up and was showing me, I was surprised that it was noticeably faster.
Wow.
So, to pick up just by seeing it the first time that it was noticeably faster.
Wow. And I'll say the version 3 minimum system requirements, 64 megabytes of RAM. Wow. That's like nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, my Raspberry Pi blows that away.
Oh, yeah. I saw the picture of your Raspberry Pi. You got it working, right?
Yes.
Neat. We'll talk about it after the show. Or you have to tune into Linux for the rest of us to see what Dor did with his Raspberry Pi. This was great, Russ. Thanks for bringing it.
Yep.
And back to Dor.
Okay. Sorry, I had to bookmark that Pale Moon. I'm going to try to load that at work.
It sounds like a beer. You sure it's not a beer?
Honestly, that's what I thought it was.
I think Blue Moon is the beer,
Okay.
but that you're thinking of. But.
Okay.
Okay. This app, I brought stuff for Eric. I brought stuff for Sean. Steve, I'm bringing this for you.
Okay. It's an iPad app, right?
No.
What is it?
I want to get you off the skee ball app.
I broke my record last night, so I think I'm cured.
Well, there you go. Now you can move on to the next one.
Okay.
This is called Ping Pong Best Free Game. Okay, now what this really is, it's called ping pong, but it's not the game ping pong. It's what you used to challenge each other as a kid to do, where you had the ball and the paddle, and you had this, and you would basically challenge each other to how many times could you bounce the ball up. Now, after a certain number of taps, other things on the screen start to happen, which A, distract you, but B, you can get like tapped towards a certain direction and get a bonus. So really, all you have to do is tilt your phone the way you want to tilt the ping pong paddle, but it's harder than it sounds. That's all I gotta say.
It looks neat. I can see myself getting into this.
Yeah.
I'm already installing it.
Yeah, and I'll say I like games. I do appreciate games that are simple in controls yet complex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Just because you can snipe, 10 people in a row on Call of Duty Battlefield 1942 West whatever, do good on this game. That shows me you have patience and ability,
Really? So it does take skill. It's not going to like make you so
Go ahead.
frustrated
Go
that
ahead. Good. I bet you the first 20 times you play it, you won't get past 10 taps.
All right, I believe you. I'll try it.
Unless, of course, you put the thing on a table or something and cheat.
No. Oh, I'm not going to do that.
Why did I think of that earlier?
I'll give it a... Yeah, good point. I'll give it a legitimate. Just on skee ball, I just want to throw it out there. It's the skee ball I play is called rollerball, and I broke my record last night. I have 3,360. I dare anyone to beat that. Please send an email on mail@podnutz.com if you do.
With a screenshot.
Yeah, with a screenshot, just like in the old Atari days. Remember, you had to take a picture of your screen and send it in.
Dude, Chasing Ghost and King of Kong. You know,
I gotta watch them. Alrighty, thank you, Dor. And it's nice that somebody brings a game that is just at my level. Okay.
Dude, I didn't put it like that. Come on.
Sean, what else do you got?
Okay, no more apps, but I do have a little MyUI tip of the week here.
Sure.
Seems to be my
good, because I need it, because I installed MyUI earlier today.
All right. Well, I don't know, a while back, I had brought an application for, let's say, Steve says, "Hey, Sean, text me tomorrow, remind me to, whatever." I go, "Okay," and then I know I'm going to forget. So I had brought an app where I could set it up. It was basically a timed text. I don't remember the name of it, but I could do it right now and say, "All right, tomorrow at this time, blah blah blah." Text Steve this message. Well, just poking around, and Dor said it the best, that MyUI is like the Easter egg ROM. I'm constantly finding things in this just by poking around, messing around with things. I mean, everyone knows I've been using this ROM for a long time. So basically, if you open up your messaging app, the built-in one, and you start, it says type to compose. Well, next to it, there's a little paperclip, which will be your insert an attachment. You tap that, and some options will pop up on the bottom, and you'll see a smiley face and contacts, add a picture, but then you'll see there's three little dots in the bottom. So then I swipe to the left, and then it went to another page, and you can add a video or capture video, add audio, but then above it in the middle is timing. So I tap that, and there it comes. It says, when do you want to send it? You can pick the year, the month, the day, the time, and you just hit OK, and then boom, it'll send Steve that text message tomorrow, and I won't even have to remember it.
Nice.
All built into MyUI?
All built in. Because, and where it comes in handy for me, I get up at 5, so I may think of something I want to, text my wife, before she takes the kids to school, but I obviously can't wake her up because I'll be in the doghouse, and I don't want to text her because she'll hear it going off in the house. So I'll just use this, and I'll go, okay, I'm going to send it. I know she takes the kids to the bus stop at like 8, so I will have this thing go off at 1:45 and just say, hey, can you, do this or whatever. So it works for me that way, and it's just another reason I like MyUI. I'm always finding things that it's just built in. And the other thing on there is if you look at the smileys on the insert, I mean, there's just these crazy amounts of different, not just smiley faces, but symbols, pages of different symbols, pictures. I mean, whales spewing water out there, just all different crazy pictures.
That's weird.
And I just found this the other day while she was in the store, and I was poking around, and I was like, oh man, check that out. So I just sent her a whole spew of things. There's beer bottles and cheeseburgers you can send in your message.
Really?
Yeah. So
was that under Smiley for the stupid stuff?
Yep.
Good. Okay. I go lie. Started a message to my wife, entitled it, and put in the subject or in the actual thing, lunch, to make it tomorrow's date, and about 11 o'clock. So I don't have to worry about what are we doing for lunch, because I'm the first one to ask tomorrow.
Wow.
Now what I got to figure out is it easy to pull back if, let's say, I don't know, tomorrow I got to take my kid to the doctor's because he has